Welcome to another edition of Author Trivia. My colleague Bob Noose has asked me to do the introduction today. My name is Anna and I work at the Hopewell branch, and today's trivia questions are coming from young adult authors. So for those of you who've been here, you know the drill. For the newbies out there, the author will pose a question and you can pause the video while you think of the answer. And then when you're ready for the author to reveal the answer, you can unpause the video. So let's get started, and best of luck.
Hi, Mercer County. My name is Olivia Abtahi, and I am the author of the young adult novel Perfectly Paravine. In the book, Paravine really loves junk food, and her best friends Ruth and Fabian take every opportunity they can to eat as much as possible. Now, one of Paravine's favorite kinds of junk food in the book is peanut butter cups. But do you know what her other favorite junk food is? Paravine's other favorite junk food is hot Cheetos. Enjoy!
Hi, Mercer County Library. I am Michelle I. Mason, and I am the author of the debut young adult novel, Your Life Has Been Delayed. It's about 17-year-old Jenny who gets on a plane in 1995, and when she and the other passengers land, they're told that 25 years have passed. So everyone in their lives is 25 years older or dead. So my trivia question for you, there are tons of things that have changed in those 25 years. So I have a whole list of questions of things that might have changed in those 25 years, but here's the one I'm going to ask you. Was Google around in 1995? And while I'm letting you think about that, I'll just throw out some other things that Jenny has to adjust to in the 25 years. So cell phones did exist in 1995. However, as she says, they were mainly for rich people or spies, and they were not smartphones. So that is a whole new world for her. Also, things like laptops were around, but not very common, and the internet was around, but it was very slow. It was dial-up. You had to pay a monthly fee to use the internet. And so here's the answer to the question. Google did not come around until 1998. So in fact, there's kind of a scene in the book where she does not understand what Google is, even though that is like an everyday term to teenagers today. To everybody today. But it's a verb. It's more than just a thing. It's a verb that you Google everything. So I hope that you will check out the book at the library, and thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Kaylin Bayron. I'm the author of Cinderella is Dead and This Poison Heart. And I am here with a question for you today. In my latest novel, This Poison Heart, my main character Briseis encounters a very deadly plant in chapter 1. She knows this plant as the water hemlock. My question for you is, what is the scientific classification for this very toxic and deadly plant? You ready? The scientific classification for the water hemlock is Cicuta maculata. That is the classification for the plant. It is a flower native to North America, and it is the deadliest plant in North America. Thank you so much for reading.
Hi, I am Katie Chickatelli-Coots, and I am the young adult author of 2 novels. The first one is called Quarantine, a love story, and that was published in 2019, so much before COVID. And the second one is called Going Viral, a socially distant love story. So my question for you is from Going Viral. It's actually a 2-part question. So the first part of the question, in the story, there's an app that Claire uses to write about Sadie, the girl in the fire escape across the street. What is the name of that app? The second part of the question is, what is Claire's username on that app? So think about it for a second. Think. Okay, the answers. So the name of the app that Claire uses to write about Sadie is Babbel, and Claire's username on Babbel is Clarissa Reads. Thanks.
My name is J.C. Geiger. I am the author of Wild Man and The Great Big One. And my trivia question for you about the great big one is, the Lost Coast preppers inscribe on a balloon a phrase meant to protect people from the dangers of living on the coast. What is the phrase on the balloon? And I'll give you a moment. Don't turn your back on the ocean. A great reminder that terrible things can happen at any time.
Hi everyone, I am Elizabeth Schwartz. Everyone calls me EJ, and that is the author name I went with on my debut novel, Before We Were Blue. It's about two girls who are in a treatment center for eating disorders, deciding between if they want to get better and be sent home but be apart, or if they are just ride or die in it to the end and they want to stay in the treatment center and be sick. So it's kind of a heavy YA novel, not gonna lie. But my trivia question for you guys today is that one of the girls, Shoshana, one of the main characters, is coming into the treatment center after being on a reality TV show. And my question is, what is that TV show called? Close. It's called Cheer Champions, and it's about reality TV for competitive cheerleaders, kind of like Cheer on Netflix. And I grew up a competitive cheerleader, so I wrote a lot of that into the book. And if you haven't read it yet, I hope you will give it a try. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Hi, I'm Tim Lockett, author of Addie at Law and Tell It True. And I'm really delighted to be invited by the folks at the Mercer County Library to take part in this trivia event. I think it's a really good idea. And not surprisingly, if you want to find people who have smart ideas, go to a library. I have kind of a deep cut of trivia for you here from both of these books. And for a little background, let me just say that when you're writing a book, it is totally okay and often a good idea to write more things than you actually put into your book. There's a character in Tell It True who is working on a secret government project. I know what that project is. It seemed okay to me to leave it as a mystery for the reader, so it's never revealed in the book. And similarly, I've got a whole family background for some of the characters in my books that's only really hinted at. And in fact, if you read really closely, you'll see that Atticus Peel from Addie at Law and Lisa Reeves from Tell It True are actually distant cousins. Addie's biological mother has the same maiden name as Lisa's mother. So my trivia question is, what is that actual name? If you've read Tell It True, you'll probably have it more readily at hand than if you read the other book. So the answer is Woodley. That's the name of this sort of fictional family that I've created with a pretty long history behind it that's mostly completely off screen. And this is one of the most fun things about being a writer, is that you get to create all kinds of stories that you don't even have to tell today. You can tell them in a book down the road. I really look forward to seeing the books that all of y'all write down the road. And when you write and publish something, or you have something you've written that you're proud of, feel free to get in touch with me through my website. I'd love to see the kind of writing that you do. Thank you again for inviting me, and happy trivia, everybody.
Well, how did you do? At the very least, hopefully you discovered some authors you want to check out. And you can do that by going to our website, mcl.org, and use our catalog through the website, or you can download our app, My MCLSNJ, and that can be found in your app store. And again, it's My MCLSNJ. We want to thank the authors for participating today, and we would like to thank you for being a part of it as well. We'll see you next time at our next round of author trivia with Bob.